Hi everyone, today I am here to bring you a full body Pilates reformer jump board workout. As far as equipment goes, what you'll need is a reformer, your box, and also a squishy ball. Throughout this workout, our transitions will be fairly quick to keep the heart rate up, to keep the muscles energized, and to keep the momentum throughout the class. However, if you need to slow things down, please feel free to pause the workout and continue on when you're ready. As always, throughout this workout, please feel free to modify as necessary, adjust the springs to your liking and the reformer that you're working on. When you're ready, gather your equipment because this workout starts now. All right guys, so I'm all set up. I've got my jump board on. I'm on one heavy and one medium spring, and for now my headrest is up. We're gonna start laying down on the carriage with the ball underneath the shoulder blades for some footwork. So to start, take that ball and just place it a few inches in front of your shoulder blocks, and then we're gonna sneak our body in between the jump board and that ball, placing the center of the spine on the ball right below the shoulder blades. Take your time here to make sure that ball feels nice and centered. When you're all set up, you're going to bring your heels together and your toes apart in Pilates V right at the center of the jump board. And I want you to angle your tailbone down towards the carriage. Once you've got that established, hands behind the head, elbows wide, head is heavy in the hands, your gaze is forward towards your feet. Take a breath, inhale, and press the carriage out, squeezing the inner thighs together, lifting the heels, and then exhale, keep the heels lifted as you come back in. Inhale out, exhale in. Your upper back is in a little bit of forward flexion here. But again, the tailbone is nice and anchored down on that carriage. Beautiful. Let's do 6 and 5. The last 3 and 2. And 1. We're going to add on a little bit. So come in, open your chest up so that the chest reaches up to the ceiling. And when you're ready, exhale, curl the head, neck, and chest up as you press out. Inhale, chest to the ceiling. Exhale, chest forward. Sliding those front ribs down to the hips. Let's do 4 more here. Last 2, and last time. Hold the carriage out, lift your chin towards the ceiling, elbows wide and out to the sides of the room, and now pulse your chin up towards the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way in. Move your feet parallel to one another, inner thighs totally together. Heels are lifted high. Inhale, press out. Exhale, come in. Zip up those inner thighs. Weight the head into the hands. Tailbone is heavy. Let's do 4 more here, finding length through the body on the extension of the legs. Last one, adding on. Same thing as before. Open the chest up as the knees bend. Exhale, curl the head, neck, and chest up as the legs extend. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 4. Last 2, and last time. Press the legs out, hold them out, lift the chin and widen the elbows. Little exhales here, lift the chin towards the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the legs extended, curl the head, neck, and chest forward. Bring your right knee into tabletop. Come in and come out. Knee is pointing straight up to the ceiling. Heel again is high. You've got 5 and 4. Last 2 and last 1. Hold it out. Lower and lift that left heel. Inhale, exhale, lift. Warming up through the arch of the foot for 4, 3, 2, Last one, leave the heel up. Bend the knee to come in. As you press the carriage out, rotate to the right with the upper body. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate and press. Good. Try to keep weighted on both sides of the pelvis here. You've got 4 more. Really wringing out that waistline. Last time, stay in rotation here. And now pulse the front elbow forward towards the knee. 8, 7, 6. Last 4. Last 2 and 1. Place that foot down, switch to the other leg. Bend and press. Gaze is forward. Heel is high. Both knees tracking upwards towards that ceiling. Last 4. Last 1. Stay extended. Lower and lift the right heel. Down and up. Really focusing on pressing the ball of the foot into the board. Spreading the weight of the body over the foot. Last 4. 3, 2, and 1. Keep the heel lifted. Come in. Press out and rotate. In. Press out and rotate. Nice job, guys. Wring out that waistline. Last 4. And 2. And 1. Stay in rotation. Keep that right elbow forward. Little reaches forward with the elbow towards the knee. For 8, 7, 6. Right leg is nice and strong. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way back in. Beautiful. From here, we're going to swing our legs off to the side, remove that ball, and take our headrest down for a moment. Let's lay all the way back down. Feet to the top of the jump board, ball between the knees, arms down by the sides. Gaze is upwards towards the ceiling. Put a gentle squeeze in on that ball, tuck your tailbone under and roll the spine up. Find that nice bridge, soften the front ribs to the hips here. Roll the spine all the way down. Let's do 2 more just like that. Tuck and roll it up. Squeezing that ball gently and roll it down. The last time through, roll it up and roll it down. Now let's roll it up and stay up at the top of our movement. Keep squeezing the ball. Take the left hip only and let it drop down. And then using the glute and the hamstring on that side, lift it up. And then other side, alternating here. Keeping a constant squeeze on that ball. Nice. For 4. Mobilizing through the waistline and the hips. Last 2. And last 1. Come center, lift the hips up even higher, squeeze the glutes and the hamstrings, squeeze the ball, pull the carriage in, hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll the spine all the way down. I'm going to lift my headrest up here. You can leave it down if you'd like. And I'm going to move my ball down to my ankles, above my feet, okay? Bring your feet to the top of your jump board, arms down by the sides. Squeeze that ball in nice and tight. Heels are lifted. Bend the knees. We're going to start our jumping here. That's it. Articulating through the feet. If that ball feels like it's getting in the way of your articulation of the feet, you can move it up a little higher so that it is more between the calves. Otherwise, it's at ankle height. Nice. Finding the depth in the legs every time, controlling your landing. Beautiful. Let's do 8, 7, 6. The last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to continue jumping, but I want you to jump a little to the right and then a little to the left of the jump board. Upper right, upper left, upper right, upper left. Finding that proprioceptive awareness of where the feet are in space as you move. Still allowing the knees to bend, still controlling that ball. For 8, 7, the last 4, and last 1. Come center, land for a moment. Find your legs, bring your legs into external rotation and grab that ball between the ankles one more time. Press the legs out to straight. Make sure you feel like you're in a good position here. Bend the knees and take a jump. Again, if that ball feels like it is not in the correct place for you, as mine does, I'm going to move it up a little higher, you can feel free to adjust it. Good. Again, articulating through those feet. Backs of the calves, squeezing into the ball. Nice job. You've got 8, 7. The last 4. Nice. Now we're going to continue jumping, but again, left corner, right corner of the jump board. Upper right and upper left. Working into those inner thighs. For 8, 7. The last 4. The last 2. And 1. Land at center and rest. Good. Grab that ball between the hands. We're going to do a little single leg jumping. Left leg is your jumping leg. Right leg is your static leg. So you're going to take this right leg into tabletop, glue the ball onto that thigh, and then we're coming in and pressing out. I want you to think about pressing into the ball with your knee or your thigh. The hand is just controlling that movement. Good. Remember to articulate through the foot. Right now, our knee is pointing straight up to the ceiling. That's it. Last 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to keep jumping on this side, but externally rotate from the hip and continue on. So knee is now diagonally reaching. Weight is on both sides of the pelvis equally. And if it feels more comfortable to also externally rotate that knee that's in tabletop, you can feel free to do that. Nice. 4 more. And then we're just going to alternate a parallel jump and an externally rotated jump. Last 2. Last 1. Parallel. External rotation. Rotating from the hip socket at the full jump, the full height of your jump. Let's do 8, 7, feeling heat build in those thighs. Last 4. And last 1. Rest. Nice. Okay, switch that ball over to the other thigh. Extend your right leg long. Find that pressure inward with the knee. Bend the knee and jump on the other side. That's it. For 8, 7. Articulating the foot. Keep jumping now, but find external rotation on either just the jumping leg or both legs if it feels more comfortable. For 8, 7. Last 4. Good. Let's combine the 2. 1 parallel jump, 1 externally rotated jump. Rotating at the hip socket on the extension of your jump. for 8, 7, the last 4, last 2, and 1. Relax. Take a breath. Those legs should be warm. If they aren't warm enough, next time you do this series, you might choose a slightly heavier spring, maybe 2 reds instead of a heavy and a medium. Okay, now we're going to change modes. I'm going to switch to 1 heavy spring only. We're going to kneel facing the back of the carriage. Make sure you have access to your handles or your loops. Let's face back, knees close to the shoulder blocks, maybe touching, ball between the knees. Stack the spine nice and tall. Excuse me, grab just your right loop. If you feel like you need more tension, you can grab up higher on your rope. From here, spine stays facing straight forward. Press that right arm back and forward. Squeeze the ball to engage the inner thighs and to stay connected all the way from the pelvic floor through the crown of the head. You've got a nice, long, straight right wrist. Nice. So at this moment, our shoulders and our hips are staying straight center. In a moment, we're going to add rotation to the right with our upper body. I still want your hips facing straight forward. When you're ready, pull the arm back and rotate the torso to the right and then back center. Rotate and center. Not a very big movement with the upper body. It's just deep rotation around those lowest ribs. Let's do 4 more. And last one. That same arm is going to float higher up in front of the shoulder. Pull the elbow back until you have a little tension on your spring, and then pull the elbow back further. Nice, engaging the back of the shoulder blade. If you want, like I'm going to choke up a little on my strap so I get a bigger range of motion, you can choke up on that strap. You're still squeezing the ball. And now again, in just a few moments, we're going to add rotation of the upper body to the right or to the pulling arm. Pull and rotate. Come back to center. Pull and rotate. That's it. Last 4. Last 2. And last 1. Stay in rotation on this side. Pull that elbow back. And back, and back, 2 inches about. Really small movement just to activate that back of the shoulder for 5, 4, 2, and 1. Come back center. Place that strap down for a moment. We'll switch to our other side. So again, shorter loop or rope. Body is facing straight forward. Pull the arm back and forward. Re-squeeze the ball. Grow taller through the spine. Little squeeze of the underside of the glutes. Let's do 5. Nice long elbow here. 3. Last one, add that rotation to the left with the upper body only. Should almost feel like you're pressing the left hip forward as the upper body rotates back to the left. The last 4. Last 2. And 1. Nice. Choke up on that rope or hold on to your loop. Pull the elbow back. Bring the hand to the armpit. Keep the gaze and the chest facing forward for now. That's it. Your elbow is a little bit below your shoulder height, right, throughout this series. Last 4. Let's add rotation. Pull and rotate. Pull and rotate. Lead with the rotation of the ribs. Exhale. Last 4. And last one, stay in rotation, little pulls back of the elbow for 8, 7, 6. Check in with that pelvis. Last 4. And last 1. Good. Grab onto both of your ropes now. I'm gonna go shorter loops. Stand up nice and tall. Now both elbows are gonna pull back. Slightly lighter spring because we have both straps. You can stay with this bent elbow version, or if you'd like to, turn your palms in towards one another and then pull and stretch the arms long, bend and return. So it's either just the bent elbow pull or it's a bent elbow pull into an arm extension. Squeezing right between those shoulder blades. Last 4 here. Last 2. And 1 more time. Very nice job. Uncross your straps, grab onto those loops again, turn your palms to face up. Let's finish with some bicep curls here and a little back extension. So for now, the spine is long. The elbows are high in front of the shoulders. Pulling the fingertips towards the forehead. Last 4. Last 2. And last 1. Hold the elbows bent at 90 degrees, but flip the palms till they're facing your chest. Knuckles are near each other. From here, we're gonna lean the body back. Extend the chest upward as the head, neck, and chest go back. Close the front of the ribs down to the hips, and then stand back up on the knees. Again, lean, arc, close the front of the ribs, and stand. Lean, arc, close the front of the ribs, and stand. Let's do 3 more. Taking this exercise as far as you want to go today. Last time through. Very nice job. Okay, I'm gonna place my straps down on the floor, and then I'm gonna grab my box. So place your ball out of your way for a moment. Grab your box and place it on short ways on the reformer. You can either go in front of the shoulder blocks or behind, depending on your height. If you're tall, you might want to put them beyond the shoulder blocks. We're going to do some rear-facing jumping. We will need our ball in a minute. I'm just going to place it on the headrest for now. Come down to your forearms. Knees are on the carriage. Your right leg is back behind you. From here, we're going to bend that back knee and then take a little jump. Belly is braced. You're still in that one heavy spring for now. Waking up the backs of the glutes and the hamstrings here. Getting used to jumping while not seeing our leg, right? Now, if you'd like to, add a little lift of the leg up as you jump. It's from the glute, it's not from the back. Let's do 4. Last 2, and last 1. Land. Take your right hand up onto the box and externally rotate your right leg. So your arm is propped up, the same arm as the leg that's jumping. Now we're gonna jump again here. Good. Nice. Now you can stay with this, or if you feel like it, you add a little leg lift again. Working into that outer hip for 8 and 7. Nice, last 4. Last 2. And 1 more. And land. Beautiful job. Sit those hips back for a moment. Take a moment. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Forearms down, legs parallel to start. Elbows right underneath the shoulders. Extend your opposite leg back behind you. Stabilize through the torso. And when you're ready, bend and press. Brace through that core. Long spine. 8, 7, 6. Let's add a leg lift. 8 more. From the glute, control your back. Last 4. And 1 more. Come in, land, reset, prop the left hand up on the box. Externally rotate that left leg, bend and extend. Good. If you'd like to, add that leg lift for 8. Last 4. And 1 more. Ooh. Very nice job. Okay, we have one more round of jumping to do facing back, but I'd like you to change to one medium spring. A little bit lighter than before. And then what we're gonna do is come up onto our feet. You're going to lean your knees into the box. Now, if you're a little taller, you might need to put your ball underneath one knee so that you can comfortably reach the carriage or the box. That's up to you. Otherwise, hands are under shoulders. Let's go left knee, right below the kneecap, right attached to that box, and then right leg back behind us. Extend the carriage, just get used to how light it is. And then when you're ready, bend and press. Bend and press. Nice and calm. Focusing on our core stability. We've only got one other variation here, and it's a little knee tuck in towards the chest. So we jump, pull the knee in, land. Jump, pull the knee in, land. Give yourself some room to pull that knee in by jumping maybe a little bit higher or longer. Nice job. Let's do 4 more here. Last 2. And 1 more. Land, bend, reset. Same thing, other side. Take your time. Again, if you're putting that ball underneath your knee, feel free. Otherwise, right underneath the kneecap is attached to the corner of the box. Stretch your opposite leg back behind you. Square off your hips. Bend the knee and take a jump. And all these transitions, take your time. You don't have to match my pace. You can go at a pace that suits your body today. That's it. Really extend the leg, lift through the glute and the hamstring. Let's do 4 and 3. We're going to add that knee pull. Jump, pull, return. Jump, pull, return. Make it precise. In, out, land. In, out, land. For 5, 4. Last 2. And 1 more. Very nice job. Land. come in. Turn around and have a seat on your box. Ah, you're still on that one light spring. We've now got our ball again. You're going to scoot your tailbone very close to the front edge of your box. You're going to take the ball behind the sacrum and lower your back down towards the ball. Now, I'm tucking my tailbone under, and I'm going to grab the back corners of the box with my hands and bring my toes onto the top of the jump board. Once you're here, you might find that you need to wiggle your tailbone a little further forward. Just do what feels good to you as far as your positioning. Make sure you feel stable on the edge of that box. We'll go Pilates V feet, extend the legs, bend the knees, and take a little jump. Get used to this. That's it. You're pressing your low back down into that box. Now we're going to add some variations here. The first variation is a right leg lift, land with both feet, then a left leg lift, land with both feet. Play around with how high you can get that leg. Still externally rotated, working those inner thighs. Let's do 4 more here. Last 2. And last 1. Very nice. Bring your legs to parallel. Keep tucking under that tailbone. Protect the low back. And then when you're ready, bring one knee into the chest, land with both feet. Bring the other knee into the chest, land with both feet. See how tightly into the chest you can get that knee. A few more to go. Last 4. Last 2, and 1 more. Land. Take your feet down and sit all the way up. Good. Place that ball between your knees for a moment. Scoot your body back on the box so you feel nice and stable. Let's just take a little twist. Rotate over one shoulder, and then rotate over the other shoulder. Good. One more time each way. Taking just a moment to rest before we move on. Nice. Okay, stand up to the side. Let's take our box and turn it long ways. And then we're going to lay on our belly on that box. If you'd like to have your ball handy, you might like it. Come down on your belly. Your forehead over your jump board. You're going to feel quite claustrophobic for a moment. Feet wide, so about the width of the box back behind you. And then you have 2 options. So you're either going to take your ball underneath your hands here, firm grip, thumbs together, fingertips on the outside edge, or if you feel more comfortable without the ball, you can do this with your hands on the board instead. Bend your elbows, reaching your elbows down towards the corners of the box, and then straighten. Bend and straighten. If you have that ball, you're working the instability of the ball to engage the arms. Now you can stay here. You don't actually have to jump, but if you'd like to, take a little tiny jump off the board. Baby jump. Baby jump. Just extending the triceps. One of my favorite instructors once said, like a baby jump is very much like pressing something away from you that you like just a little bit, but you don't like too much, such as a small child who you love but need a break from. Gentle press, gentle press. Let's do 8 more here. And 7. Last 4. Last 2. And 1 more. Ooh, land. Very nice job. Okay. Place the ball down to the side of the reformer. Come up onto hands and knees. on the box. You can have your hands on the box. You can have your hands on the board. I'm going to take my hands on the board just to change things just a little bit. Knees are underneath the hips. From here, shift the weight into the left knee. Extend the right leg forward. From here, we're going to press the carriage out a bit and pull the carriage back in. Press out and pull in. If you have both hands on the box, as opposed to on the jump board, you're just working on finding that stability through the whole entire body while the leg is lifted, trying to keep the carriage nice and still. Let's do 4. Last 2. And last 1. Press the carriage out just a little bit and lift the back leg up and up. Keep the carriage steady. Hips are square for 8, 7, 6. Last 2 and 1. Bring both knees down, pull the carriage in. Extend your opposite leg back behind you. You're either stabilizing here, not moving the carriage, or you're pressing out on the jump board and in. Out and in. Let's do 4, 3, and 1 more time. Press the carriage out a little bit. Hold it. Now lift the back leg up. Try to keep that carriage from wiggling around for 8, 7, last 4, last 2, and 1. Very nice job. Both knees down. Pull the carriage all the way in. We're going to take that box off now and go to our last series of jumping. So staying on that 1 medium spring, we're going to take our ball back onto the carriage like we had it in the beginning, right in front of those shoulder blocks, a few inches in front. Then we're going to sneak back in here, making sure that the ball is at the center of the spine, right below the shoulder blades. Adjust as necessary till you feel nice and comfortable. Good. Hands behind the head. Extend both legs and bend both legs. Get used to that light spring. Nice. Think about anchoring right below the shoulder blades into the ball, anchoring the tailbone down. The head is heavy in the hands. The elbows are reaching wide. We're not jumping just yet. Walk your toes to the top of the board. And when you're ready, take a little jump. Testing the waters. Gazing at the feet. Zipping up those inner thighs. For 8, 7, the last 4, the last 1, right knee into tabletop, keep on jumping, anchor through that pelvis. When you're ready, we're going to add rotation to the right as we jump. Small rotation here. Find your center, find your control. And then once you have that, if you can increase your range, then that's the time to increase the range. Last 4. Now stay in rotation. And every time you jump, pulse the front elbow forward towards the thigh. The last 5. The last 1. Come center, switch feet. Jump facing front. Stabilize through the lower body. When you're ready, add rotation to the left. Fully extend that jumping leg. For 4. Stay in rotation, keep jumping. Last little thing, we're going to add that elbow to the knee. elbow to the knee. For 4. Last 2 and 1. Land, come center. Good. Rest your feet on top of the jump board. If it feels good, open your chest up over that ball and just take a little rest here. You can let your knees widen to the sides. If it doesn't feel good with the ball underneath you, you can remove that ball now. Good. When you're ready, prop yourselves up. We are going to remove that ball. Place it down by the side of the carriage. Rest your head down on your headrest. Let your knees just travel over to one side and look over your opposite shoulder. Exhale the breath. Come through the middle. Switch the knees to the other side. Look over your opposite shoulder. Exhale the breath. Good. One more round each way. And last round. Come center when you're ready. Make sure the carriage is pulled all the way in. Come all the way up to seated. Bring your feet flat onto the floor below your knees. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms down. And one more time, inhale it up. And exhale it down. And you guys are all done. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed that jump board workout. Leave me a comment or a question down below. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Let me know what you enjoyed about this workout. Thank you for being here as always, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.